Hello everyone, I am Zainab Nasir, journalist at Fair Gaze Media. Fair Gaze is an engagement ecosystem in the school community, and today I would like you all to meet Captain Alokesh Sen, Principal of Birla Public School, Pillai. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today. So, sir has been a part of the field of education since last 38 years, not just on the school level but also collegiate level. He has won the CBSE National Best Principal Award in 2017. And not just that, he has also received the prestigious Defence Ministry Trophy in 2004 and 2005 respectively. Congratulations, sir, for that actually. We want to know more about you. If you could tell us something about your journey as a principal at Birla Public School.
So thank you. Almost this is my 11th year that I am in my present school, that is Birla Public School, Pilani. And I have been a naval officer. My career actually started in the field of education. But then I switched over full-fledged to education when I was in Sainik School as a principal in Tamil Nadu. I developed a lot of passion for this school education job. I sensed that as a naval officer, I was serving the nation, no doubt. All of us we serve. But then as a school principal, I was actually contributing to the building of the nation.
I would like to ask, in the COVID-19 pandemic, what kind of challenges did you have to face? And what was the transition needed for all the teachers, management staff, non-management staff to transition from in-person communication to the online medium?
So that was the biggest challenge which every school has been facing, and we too faced. So far as your technology is concerned, my school is one of the pioneers in the field of technology in the classroom. This is maybe since last about 10 years or so. But the teaching in a digital platform is an altogether different challenge. Teachers knew how to use the computer and all these things. However, now this digital platform was a biggest challenge for every teacher and students as well during this pandemic, because the whole thing actually switched over. You imagine a teacher teaching in the physical classroom. The entire environment of the classroom, he has got same all the 40 students who are sitting and learning there. He or she has got all the four walls common. He has got the chalkboard common, which is common to all 40 of them. They have got all the posters which are there, generally which are there in a classroom, all kinds of notice boards which are there, everything. But when this particular teacher is teaching, and same for the students as well, but when the teacher is teaching and suddenly he or she finds that he or she has got 40 different classroom environment. Every child has got a different environment. That's the biggest challenge, because every child, every home has got a different environment. There is some kind of your connectivity when the teacher is teaching with the students and students are learning inside the classroom. But when it is the student is sitting alone in front of the computer or the laptop or the mobile, he is finding it very, very difficult. He is finding it very, very peculiar. Initial few months, I would say, at least the first 6 months was very challenging, both for the teacher and the students and the parents also. Average attention span of each child got reduced because of this particular challenge. And obviously, when this challenge is there, attention span is reduced, obviously the average learning inside the classroom also reduces. These co-curricular activities could not be conducted, remain confined to only the teaching of the core subjects initially. So obviously that added to the problem, because that interest level of the students actually got reduced, because the student has to grow not only in academics, he has to grow overall.
So actually you mentioned the change in the environment, because now everybody has a different environment at home. What would you consider your biggest takeaway?
PTM used to be 2 or 3, in a year.
Yes.
General PTM. But we conducted large number of parent-teachers meeting to educate them, and also defining and describing their role. So we basically described this is a new normal situation. It requires the involvement of the parents to a great extent in persuading the child. Gradually their participation actually, the brought back to some extent in making the things normal. This is the main method. This is the main way that we handle this particular challenge.
We at Fairgaze actually believe in sustainable development goals, and we help schools achieve that. So the thing is, I want to know your perspective on the holistic development, and you talked about how it is a hindrance right now in the online world. So like discipline and holistic learning, what are your thoughts on that?
Schooling is not only completion of, it's not only teaching learning, it is not completion of the syllabus which is given by the CBSE or the boards. It is also growing the child in all round development, whether it's a physical, whether it's an emotional, whether it's spiritual. But in a school, what happens? It is actually about 15 teachers teaching you. So 15 teachers with their positive values and positive, personality, they influence the child and they try to mold the child for your holistic education. We are all the teachers or the educators of the 21st century, and we have to prepare these kind of people for ready for the 21st century challenges which are there. So obviously, all these challenges, all these kinds of education is to be integrated into the curriculum. It is not only that syllabus. So different types of activities which are there to bother about I'm sure that all these schools have integrated the concept of the sustainable goals into their curriculum, so that these learners who are now learning, they will make themselves ready to face the challenges of the 21st century, challenges of the current world.
So all those wise words, sir, with that we have come to an end of the interview. But towards the end, I would like you to just tell us some words of encouragement to all the students who will be watching this video.
During this pandemic time, if you say pandemic time is a difficult time, boys and girls, we cannot do anything about it. So the things which we do not, control, let us not bother about it. Let us try and adjust ourselves, align ourselves. Every adversity has also creates an opportunity. Okay, if we are at home, we are getting a lot of time to mingle with our family members. We have got a lot of time for the creativity which is there, and a lot of time for developing those hobbies and also developing good relation. Okay, this is a time that we understand each other in our family, and this is the time for reading good books and developing good habits and developing good hobbies, and take it as an opportunity, because adversity of pandemic also creating a lot of opportunity.
You rightly put, sir. Time to work on ourselves. It's a great insight from your end. With that, we've come to an end of this interview. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend our gratitude towards the entire team that you took your time out for us and shared all your wise words with us. Thank you so much for joining us today.